Hey everybody, here we are with our second week with our virtual learning. And so we're going to add something new this week. We're going to be looking at science, and we're going to incorporate that with what we're doing in our reading. So last week it was Miss Mullis doing the reading with you. So now I'm going to do the reading this week, and then you'll also have a lesson that has to do with the science part of this. So I'm going to share the screen, and some of this stuff will be what you had last week when you was with Miss Mullis about how to access or get to our reading book. So just like before, you click on for students. I have to do it for teachers, but we go to the NCED cloud and we get on. You would log on. Mine's automatically coming up already. And then you would go to your Clever page and go to your teacher page, just like we did last week. Now, last week, remember, we had our date right here with all the links for that. Coming up this week, we're going to have one with the dates for April 6th through 9. And this week, we only have 4 days because Friday is Good Friday. And then we're off a whole week after that for spring break. So this week, we only have lessons for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So our story we're going to be reading this week is called The Mysterious Tadpole. So we'll click on that, and it gets us to the journey book, just like you did last week. And again, you'll click on the contents, and then go down. And this time, we're going to do lesson 26. And it, just like last week, we want to go to the vocabulary and context. Okay, now our vocabulary this week are ordinary, control, cage, upset, sensible, confused, training, suspiciously. So right here we can see a picture of the book, and then there's a little thing after it. If you wanted to do that, that's on your own. We're not going to look at that here. But it's from eggs to frogs. So that gives you an idea of what we're doing in science now. So what we're going to do is read the vocabulary and context, these cards, and you can go back and do this later too. But right now I'm going to go over it and click on this little speaker, and it's going to read it to us. So we're going to go through and listen to it in the lesson today. Okay, then we're going to go to the next page. So we're going to go through, we're going to skip these pages, we're going to get to the story itself. The genre, I always like to go over that, is a fantasy, and that is a story that could not happen in real life. As you read, you're going to look for events that could not really happen and characters that are not found in real life. And here is the story. It's called The Mysterious Tadpole, and it's written and illustrated by Stephen Kellogg. And the essential question, as you are listening and reading this, we're going to be doing it both ways this week, is how do some animals change as they grow? We've already learned something like this in the past. Remember when we did our butterfly life cycle in the fall? So now we're going to be looking at tadpoles and what they become. A lot of you may already know that, but they go through a change just like the butterflies did. So just like before, you've got this little speaker icon where you can click on it and listen to the story. So on your own, a little bit later on, I need you to go to this and click and listen to the story, or if you want to go ahead and just read it yourself, it's up to you. So that's the first thing you need to do. So that's really just like the first day. Then the second day of this week, I'd like you to go back again and reread the story a second time. So I'm going to go to this board. And so day 1, listen or read the story. Day 2, reread the story and take an AR quiz. We have an accelerated reading quiz. Okay, I'm going to show you that in a second and give you the number. Go ahead and type it in here. I've got it. 19584 is the number. Or you could type in The Mysterious Tadpole. Either way would work. Okay. Then on day 3 and or 4, I want you to go to Book Flicks. I'll show you that in a second as well. And then if you need, when you're at home, you have to put in a password and the username. And our username is MTN. I think it's MNTBAW. It's a little bit backwards. And then the password is, you're remotely doing this, so it's remote. Now, if the MTN doesn't work for you, just switch the N and the T, but I do believe it's MNT. We'll try it in a second and we'll know for sure, and I'll go back and fix it for you. And then once you get there, click on the Animals and Nature section, and then go and find the caterpillar and pollywog and listen to that story. There's also a nonfiction text with that. It's called A Tadpole Grows Up. We'd like for you to read that as well, okay? That's all we're asking with the reading part, all right? So let me go and change back to share the screen. And when you go back to Mountain View, you click on the 4 students. And here's how you do accelerated reading, just like you do at school. And you can type in your quiz number after you've logged in. That's nothing different. Then Book Flicks is right down below it. So here I'm going to click on Book Flicks, and you'll see I'm already on because I've logged in earlier, okay? So I usually skip the intro. And Animals and Nature is the first one there. So we click on that. And then right here is, you just go down to the second row, last column is the caterpillar and the polywog. You click on that and listen to that. When you're finished, and do a tadpole grows up. Okay, that's how you access those books. So that's what we have for reading. And now look for me to help you and get you going with what we're going to do with science and how it relates to this. So probably you're already seen, we're looking at tadpoles and how they change and grow into frogs. So I can't wait to see you on there, because I already have a bowl in here in this room with some live tadpoles that I've been feeding, and I'm going to share you some videos with that along the way on the Clever page. So be looking for those. See you later.